Martínez en las estrellas presenta Podcast Junkiez con DJ Arsonist.
Juice.
Chinx.
And Boogie.
We got two special guests in the building today. The first one I'm going to introduce him. We got my dog, DZ, in the building. Family friend. We knew him for years.
Hey.
He knew me since my diapers were shitty.
Real shitty.
This is my dog since day one. And we got the biggest boss, the boss man of LMP in the building, Jose Leche Filion.
Give it up for that.
Thank you very much.
Hefe.
I'm
glad to be here.
It's a horrible intro.
It's all good. The milk god, the milkman, Bajuanaga, Panda. Some call me the white man from the Dominican Republic.
Why did they call you Leche?
Because Leche means lyrically elevated, cipher, hypernated, extraordinaire.
He just made that shit
made
up
that
right
shit
now.
up.
That's when he was rapping in his rap days.
I used to freestyle back in high school.
Yo,
So that's what it means.
Yo, you know what's
rap.
crazy? The nigga's being for real because he has a book, a journal of him, rhymes and lyrics.
I used to rap.
Wait. So what does it stand for again?
Lyrically elevated, cipher, hypernated, extraordinaire.
Hyper.
Hyper.
And it also means milk in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milk, leche, if you didn't know what that means. And I'm also white Dominican, so it matches my skin
You
complexion.
don't want to tell him about your old rap name before Leche?
Nah, that's okay.
I'll leak that out later.
I'll spit you a line, though. You already know. You ready?
What was your
All
first-
y'all going under, like deodorant under my armpits. I'm sick. I'm with it.
Yo, I thought the nigga was really
No.
about to
My
freestyle.
favorite freestyle was beat, bolt, swing, chop, chop.
What?
That's a sound when the MCs get popped, so don't come around my town with the hip and hop.
Yo.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was a little jit listening to this guy rap. I'm like, who is this guy?
And then we got the other guy, Derek, in the building. DZ, explain who you are, DZ, to people that don't know you already.
He's a hemp grower.
I'm the infamous hemp grower.
Hey.
Hey.
Explain.
Hemp is another word for cannabis, if y'all know. I'll be growing the specialties.
Okay.
You going to school for that right now, aren't you?
I just passed my class for it.
Ooh.
But about to
He
start
went to
growing?
school.
Yo, all my
State
weed
of
heads
Florida
gotta
got
hit
it.
up DZ.
Shout out to Learn Sativa.
Yo, speaking about weed, what's your favorite strand?
Wow, there's way too many, but I would have to say
What's your Mount Rushmore strands?
Y'all don't know.
You got 4 to pick.
four to pick. I would definitely have to say either Sour Diesel,
Sour Good?
Khalifa Kush,
Oof.
Louis the 13,
Damn.
and I'd say White Widow.
Nice. Okay.
I don't do drugs, so I don't know what that means or anything.
I like Girl Scout
What's
cookies.
your top 4 in alcohol?
I don't drink alcohol either.
He don't even
That
drink.
nigga lying.
Liar.
Every
love-
time,
I really don't.
every
You
time I go to
love
Leche's
Blue
house,
Lying.
You love Blue Label.
Yeah, I have Blue Label, but I drink it on
Snitch.
occasions. It's special. I'm a social drinker. I drink socially. When somebody comes to my house, I serve my little shot, and I take a shot with them, and that's it. I don't drink like that.
And
I
I
never
can,
have.
I can vouch for that. That's true.
Nah, he right.
And I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm very straightforward with everything I do in life.
So since you
you're
speak,
a liar.
since for real, since you already speaking, let everybody know who you are and what is LMP.
Who I am? Well, you guys introduced me already. LMP is a entertainment marketing company located in New York City, started in 2003. I started it with a friend of mine named Eddie Reyes. I started it when I was in the United States Army, serving for this great country called the United States of America. And in my laboratory of my dorm room in the Army, at night after I would get off training and shooting targets, I would be on the computer, building a website, uploading mixes and music, and doing those sorts. Basically, what we do is we market and promote DJs and artists on our website, and we give our fans and followers new mixes, daily music every day on our website. And we've been doing that since 2003. We have over 1 million views a day.
Word.
We have over 140 DJs worldwide.
Wait, you said 1 million views
Whoa.
a day?
Talk that
A
talk.
day.
He's very like super modest right now. Just a
Yeah.
million a day.
Just 1 million a day.
Nah, because I don't like to come off like I'm cocky. I've never been that type of person. But I state facts. We have a studio in New York City in the Bronx, 44645 Bronx Boulevard. If y'all want to come by, the LMP Studios. We opened it around 5 years ago. took a lot of money. It took a lot of time to build it, but we have a studio there, photography and video. We have our own podcast,
Awesome.
our own LMP radio, our own DJ room, and our own offices where we run things. And I fly back and forth handling business.
Awesome.
Nice.
You've actually had a
You said-
couple artists come through.
Yeah, I've had many artists. I had 50 Cent in my studio. I had Chinx before he died in my studio. I had Arcángel. I had reggaeton. Oh, by the way, we focus on the Latin market. If you didn't know. So we've had like almost every Latin artist you could think of. We've marketed for Sony. We've marketed for many different labels. Romeo's first album, we were the street marketing team. We helped promote the album. We wrapped up a couple vans. We also promote for brands like Presidente, Nuvo, Budweiser Beer. We wrapped many vans and did promotion and marketing, guerrilla marketing over there in New York City and worldwide.
So you would say there's a lot of artists that you helped their careers.
Yeah, I never take credit in saying, "Oh, I blew this artist up," because that sounds cocky. At the end of the day, those artists earned their right to be where they're at. We played a part in many artists and where they're at, especially in the bachata scene when it was really hot back in 07 when Prince Royce was first coming out, when Romeo first started rapping off by himself. We helped market and push their music worldwide with our DJs. And it wasn't done by me, by myself. It was done by a team, a collective of all of us that worked together to make those things happen and make who we are today.
How many DJs do you say you have?
I have over 140.
Did
You say worldwide as well, right?
Yeah, I have in Europe, I have in Switzerland, in France, in Paris. I have in Holland. I have in Spain. What else? What other countries in Europe?
Colombia,
I have Colombia. I have Dominican Republic. I have a whole DJ crew in Puerto Rico. I'm all over the United States.
Where would you say
Canada also.
Where would you say is your most popular fan base?
The United States.
That's good.
That's
When you check your
That's-
stats, like, do you see what state aside from Florida and New York?
New York and Florida. The whole East Coast is more heavy. When I look at the Google stats, I have Google Analytics. But besides that, besides everything, I guess when you guys ask me more questions on how I started more in depth, I could let you know. I'm a web designer and programmer, so kind of help build what I've done. So I see all the stats, and we get heavy hits from the New York area, Boston area, Virginia, Florida, the West Coast too, like California. We actually get a lot of hits from England.
Nice.
A lot.
There's a lot of Spanish people in England, already.
Yeah. There's a lot of Spanish people in Europe. Period. In Switzerland, we also get a lot of hits. I have a lot of DJs in Europe, and I'm in Switzerland. I'm sorry. DJ Nika, DJ Joe B, DJ Dalka. Also have heavy DJs that DJ with big Latin artists like Rafi Mercenario. He's Daddy Yankee's DJ. I got DJ Robin. He's Don Omar's DJ. I got DJ Molza. He's Arcángel's DJ. I got DJ Laser. He's Zion Lennox's DJ.
Sheesh.
So, and then other DJs that have been DJs for other artists too. So, the DJ wise, we're heavy. I say we're known as a DJ more than anything group. People come to our website to get mixes more than anything. The most hits we get is off of mixes, and then we got the famous street DJs, Danny S, Santana, San Juan, R1, Arsonist.
I was waiting for you to say his
if
name.
you would have said my name, I was about to just walk out. Like, damn.
Right.
how they
Upset.
could do-
Arsonist been with me. Besides that, you're my brother, and you're interviewing me. He knows everything, but he's been with me since day one. Original Dandara.
I remember when we had the MySpace LMP page.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
When you started LMP, how many DJs were there?
It was just David, Arsonist, E-Tunes, and Play Too Much, and those were the original DJs.
Damn.
I thought you had like Magic and Odinho.
No, they came later in the second phase. And when I first started, to be honest, LMP, when it first started, we were the first ones to create I was the first one to create a website where people can go and download music from DJ mixes. I was the first. I came up with that when I was in the Army in 2003. Because I was so in tuned into the culture, my Dominican culture, that I wanted to create something for my people where they can go and visit. And I was always been into mixing and DJing because of my father and my uncles and music, and my brother and my cousins, Danny S. and all them, they're all DJs. So I always kind of wanted to be DJ, but I never really wanted to be a DJ.
Yeah.
So I kind of always wanted to create something. I've always been like a creator. I always like to create things. And so when I created LMP with my partner, Eddie Reyes, I told him, yo, we got to build a website. And if we put mixes, it's going to be dope because there's nothing like that. So I was basically the originator of putting mixes on a website. And that's how our buzz started. And what I looked at was, if I could get DJs, good DJs, I know how to DJ, and put them behind me, I could build this. So I never accepted DJs that were trash, that didn't know how to mix. And back then, there was no Serato. Back then, it was CDs, CDJs, and Denons, and records. And so that's all I accepted. I only accepted DJs that know how to mix. They had to submit a mix, and they had to know how to mix to be part of LMP.
Did you expect it to blow up the way it did?
Nah, because this was always a hobby. I never took this as a career, but it turned into a career when it started exploding, and I realized, and I told my partner Eddie, like, yo, this shit is getting bigger than what we thought. And we just kept going and going. And, you know, and I've always been humble about it. I never been greedy about anything I do in life. When you're greedy in life, nothing goes right for you. When you're egotistic, when you don't have patience, things don't go right.
That's true.
When you try to fuck people over, it don't go right.
I mean, some people don't know this. Of course, I do. But I'm sure you know the answer to this question. When did LMP really escalate? When we started that radio show, correct?
Yeah, when I started, we were one of the first ones to do Ustream radio. Basically, I had the website already popping, and people were going to the website to get music. And so, to be honest, it's 2017. There's kids that are that were like
18.
18. I'm sorry, and there's kids that were that grew up on LMP that were like 10 years old, and they're like 20 something now, and they're like, yo, I've been listening to LMP since I was like 10 years old or 7 years old. I remember my cousin Jessica in New York. She used to teach over there in New York City. She told me, yo, you know that all my kids, all my students in the class, they go on your website to listen to music. And when she told me that, I started laughing because, you know, and so the kids from that generation that are older now have been listening to LMP. But what was the question? I'm sorry.
I said, like, when did you really see it escalate when that radio show started?
Yeah, I guess, the Ustream, when we started doing Ustream, we were the first ones to do live DJing on Ustream. So before Facebook Live, before that, we were the originators.
Yeah.
Of that also with Montreux show.
Yeah.
So basically when we started doing that, I've always tried to pioneer and innovate LMP to something different. So Ustream is kind of like when we started blowing up, people started following. They liked all the shows that we were doing with the DJs. I had the shows with each DJs. And then we started pioneering into more the social media platform in terms of SoundCloud. So before SoundCloud became big, I was the originator that made that shit popular with the Latin DJs. Nobody knew what SoundCloud was.
No, I remember.
Nobody knew what it was.
Nobody.
That's
we
crazy.
were the first ones to use SoundCloud and put mixes there. But then I got all fucked up with the copyright shit.
Yeah.
So now we don't use SoundCloud no more.
Everybody uses Mixcloud and shit and everything else.
But long story short, we originated the SoundCloud movement. And not that I want to say we get credit, but we don't get the credit in the sense that our DJs were the first ones to put a lot of mixes on SoundCloud. Before they deleted my account, I had over 1 million followers on SoundCloud. And they deleted us. And I'll never forget, Sony fucking fucked me over. I was doing a promotion for Prince Royce. And they gave me the permission to put the music up. I asked them to. And I was another division of Sony, and they said no, and they did a copyright infringement on me and canceled my account. And after that, I decided to create my own SoundCloud, and I did, which we have now, which is the LMP cloud. It's an internal cloud, and basically when you go to LMP now, everything's internally, and there's no copyright infringement or anything like that. All the labels, I get permissions from them to promote and do the music, and there's no thing.
Sometimes
Because
you gotta
Sony had like a
bullshit
little war
yourself.
going on with SoundCloud, and now, from what I heard, SoundCloud's all fucked up anyway. So I'm
It
glad.
is.
So you're building. So you've been building platforms, is what it sounds like, right? And they've been going well. Do you have any plans for like another platform, different route?
I'm always trying to innovate and do different things. In this industry, you always got to try to take chances. I think anything you do in life, you have to take chances. So I try to take chances. You know, we took a chance building a studio. We took a chance doing the website thing. We took a chance doing marketing promotions. So my, I don't like to say my secrets that we're working on, but one thing that we are working on is we've always had a record pool where we service music to DJs and to labels and stuff like that give us the music. So I basically been building an application for Windows and Mac computers where it's a custom app for our record pool. So instead of the old usage that we use now, we've been working on that. We invested over $20,000 into it, and it's gonna be the new revolution in terms of DJs looking for music and us servicing the music towards them. Cause when I do all these things, I don't do it for the fame. I never like, I don't care if people know who I am. All the DJs know, like, I've never been the type to be like, I'm the boss.
Yeah, never.
I never try to come off like I'm better than anybody. I never try to say, because nobody's better than anybody in life. Everybody is equal in my eyes. Everybody just has their own different lane in what they do in life. And what I do is I try to stay humble. And in my lane, I try to create these platforms that service what I'm doing. And I enjoy what I'm doing. That's the thing with a lot of people, that I think that in times like now, that people don't do what they enjoy. Mm-hmm. You know, they get jobs and they live this comfort.
Conformity.
Yeah, and I wake up anytime I want, and I pay myself, you know. So
Like
that's
boss.
So, you know, that's why I always tell somebody, if you have a dream, if you like to do something, do it. Mm-hmm. You know, and just figure out how the money's gonna come. Because I remember when I didn't have no money and I was broke, and me and my partner Eddie, you know, we were struggling. You know, it's everything you do in life is a struggle, but if you work through that adversity and you try to strive for greatness, it's gonna happen regardless, and nobody can stop it. Nobody.
That's when you was driving that two-tone Honda.
Yeah, I had a two-tone Honda once.
Oh, what?
Those are the early LMP
And I used to
days.
ask you for rides.
It was late.
That was the earlier days, and then I moved up. You know,
Leveled up.
I leveled up real soon.
745 when it first came out.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I remember my Beamers. I do miss my Beamers.
Now that we got the serious talk out the way, so how about those Patriots losing the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl. At the end of the day,
For those who don't know, Leche is a very
A
straight.
die-hard Patriots
I'm a
fan.
diehard. When I wake up in the morning, I go to the Patriots blogs to read them. Before I go to sleep, I read Patriots blogs. All day I'm reading about Patriots.
Like, he's ready to get a Tom Brady face tat.
So
Yeah.
you know Tom Brady's like whole biography and everything.
Yeah, no, I know. I know the depth charts. I know the positions that everybody plays. I know the numbers. I know the whole offensive line. I know the defensive line. I know who we signed, who we got on the practice squad. I'm very diehard when it comes to my team. When we lost, it hurt me, but it didn't hurt me. It didn't hurt me as bad because we beat the shit out of the Falcons. And I said after that Super Bowl, I was like, after the Super Bowl, I don't care if we lose or win after this, because this was the greatest comeback ever. And then, you know, at the game, of course, it hurt me in a way, but not as much, because after the last Super Bowl, kind of like justified the greatness of Tom Brady. And at the end of the day, Tom Brady threw for fucking 500 yards and like 4 touchdowns. And he still lost a Super Bowl, so you can't really blame him. Our defense played like shit. Like real shit. And I watched the Super Bowl again because I have it recorded. And I rewatched it a couple times, and
Man, be watching film.
no, I watch film like if I'm a coach. And
They could be watching
Listen.
film.
You got
Like,
an
if
iPad
he
at
was-
the
no,
That
I'm
nigga
serious.
calls Belichick like, yo, you should.
I'm dead ass serious.
You got the polo on.
My only regret in life is that I didn't proceed and play football and like become a coach or anything like that, because I really like the schemings. I like the chess. I like what, you know. I like the game. I really like the game. I'm a baseball fanatic too,
Well, I mean,
Yankees.
LMP, you can sponsor football and baseball teams.
But yeah, so when they lost, I was tight, B. But at the end of the day, our defense played like shit. He had all day to throw the football. There was no rush, and we had no linebackers. All our linebackers were hurt in the Super Bowl. So we didn't have anybody to guard the running back that kept going shallow routes, and they were getting easy passes.
Yeah, this nigga's like, DZ, I know you're a diehard Patriots fan. What can you add to this?
We should have won that Super Bowl.
Yeah, so
Should have won that Super Bowl.
There you go.
But anyways, all the Philly fans could suck my dick though.
Oh.
And the Giant fans too.
But do me a favor.
Eli
You
Manning
don't
is
even
not
need to bring
Hall of
Giants
Fame
up.
worthy either. I don't care what anybody says.
Do me a favor. You said fuck Philly fans, but just say free Meek.
Oh, free McMill?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I ain't saying free McMill, bro. You know why? It's an abuse that they put him that long. But then they already warned you. Why you doing stupid shit, bro? Like, why you being ignorant for?
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with our society. Like, there's rules to the society. You got to follow them. And sometimes, you're not God. And you got to humble yourself. And that day he won't be humble. So I think that he put himself in that situation.
Exactly.
And I don't agree with them throwing him in for those many years. They could just give him like a month, At the end of the day, you did the crime, you gotta do the time.
Yo, so
it's like if you selling whatever you selling and you get caught and you fucking snitch, then you a bitch. Straight up.
You a bitch.
You gotta do that time, bro.
Hey, DJ, what you trying to do is legal, right?
100% legal.
All right, cool.
100%.
Making sure. Watch out for that
Nah,
shit.
No, well,
He gonna
let
fed.
me
He a
clarify
fed.
that.
Oh no, I'm not a street person because I will snitch on everybody. Bro.
All
Hell yeah. I'm not doing time for nobody.
All right,
Nah,
he is
just
100%
I don't put
right
myself
about
in that position, bro. I respect everybody's hustle, though. I don't hate on nobody's hustle.
Yo, so DZ, so everything you doing is good, is legal, right?
It is legal in the eyes of the state of Florida and other states that have made it legal, but in the federal, it is not legal.
So federal,
do not
can
tell you
can
right
rate
now.
them.
Do not grow weed at home.
So
Yeah.
do you
can
know?
still go to jail.
Do you know where we stand right now with that? As far as our state laws?
The state laws are the exact same. What I know is that Florida is actually trying to adopt the Colorado rules
Oh.
and laws. So hopefully by 2020 on the ballot, everybody goes out and votes for it to become recreational.
Shout out to Morgan and Morgan.
Big time, Morgan.
But
For
it's
the people.
still against the law and the federal government's eyes.
It does not matter what state you are in federal eyes.
So
marijuana is still law.
the feds can come after you though.
So, question: do you think
I'm just gonna be
you-
smoking like 2 woods a night.
DZ? Do you think we should Florida, Orlando should legalize marijuana, and why?
Most definitely.
And,
Well, every single state should legalize marijuana. The biggest part is
Not because
Not-
you love weed or just because.
no.
no. There's,
The benefits of it. I mean, what it does. You're given the option for somebody to actually. It heals. It does, and a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people think it's just that Category 1 drug that's enforced by the federal government, but it's actually helped a lot of people.
Well, one thing that I've pieced together is that it's aimed to help a lot of children that are going through some, I guess, mental disabilities or some things like that. And then also the elderly people. So, and that's what we have here. I mean, we have a lot of families here. Generally, we have a lot of people retiring here. So I definitely think, not just because, I smoke.
Who does it? Really?
But,
Who does it?
I
Who
just think
doesn't?
it's, yeah.
That you don't smoke.
Nah, I don't like to waste money.
I'll
just be
you
honest.
can see it as that now, but then you
I-
gotta look at it like
I'm not against it. I just personally don't. I don't waste money on things unnecessary. I try to live my life like a Jew. So
That's true.
Joe.
100%.
He cheap.
So you think
Why he looked at me like that?
Look at this.
he is?
Did you see how he looked at
he
me?
is cheap as hell.
hold up.
So DZ, do you think if we legalize marijuana, the crime rates will go down?
Most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
it
Hell
mo-
yeah.
You got to look at it as it's all.
The system-
People aren't going to be doing it for and trying to hide it anymore.
Right.
They don't
Exactly.
need to hide it. So
Now, I personally don't think we should legalize any opioids or anything like that.
No,
This-
opium
It doesn't
no.
matter.
There's
They're
an
already-
different.
There's an
The sad-
epidemic going on right now.
The sad part is that it is legal, and
The-
doctors write
Yep,
scripts every
I know
Yeah.
That's
day.
the
that,
saddest
that's what I'm
part.
saying, and that's why I think they should make that illegal and
Prohibit,
legalize
yep.
marijuana.
What about buying guns
What I think about buying guns?
No.
at
Me-
a young age, at like 18
Well,
years
speaking
old?
from a
Think-
veteran's perspective,
By the way, thank you for serving our country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
thank
for
you.
serving.
you're very welcome.
Even though all you do is jump out of planes and just land, but it's
It's
Well,
okay.
Hey, he's airborne, baby.
I'm an airborne.
Talk about that.
I'm an airborne paratrooper. I was scared the first time I jumped out of a plane.
I can't
This
do it.
Dominican white skinned, this skinny ass dude jumping out of a plane.
How high was it?
It was 800 feet.
What?
What? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Straight.
You have time
I-
to pull your parachute?
Yeah, I closed my eyes and I just jumped out.
Yeah, I would have closed my eyes too.
10 feet is
That's
on
not- that's-
dime.
And when I opened them, I was on the floor. So
I would have
So you
shit
didn't-
myself.
So you didn't jump with somebody first before? You just jumped on your own the very first time?
well, in the army, when you first they first train you before, like you pretend like how it's gonna do, and then when they suit you up and they put the parachute on you, hatch on into the plane, you actually don't pull your parachute. There's a line inside that you hook up your line to, and it pulls you when you jump out. So when you're going in a line to jump out the plane, if you don't jump out, they'll push you out. But they say that, but technically the proper army term is if you don't want to jump out and you tell them you're scared, they'll warn you 3 times. They'll ask you, and then you get in big trouble. Like it's like almost like a federal offense in your term.
Yeah.
Because it's like insubordination.
Yeah, there you go. That's the proper word. And so basically, when we jump out, you just jump out.
And you
just
jump
go.
out with your rifle in hand, right?
Of course, you jump. It's in like in a bag on your left or right hand side.
Sheesh.
And
Is there anybody
and
that
a
didn't
rucksack
want to
too.
jump?
You gotta jump with a 50 to 80 pound rucksack too.
Oh,
So with your weight with the weapon,
You're flying,
you're probably
bro.
putting like whatever you weigh, or like another 150 pounds on top of you.
That's
damn.
full force going down.
Yeah. So when you're in the air, you gotta pull this little lever to lower the rucksack. Because if you don't, you could hurt your knees or break your legs. Because you can't land with your rucksack.
Yeah.
So you kind of let go of the bag. So it's like connected on a line to you. So it's kind of like flying in the air while you're
Yeah.
about to land, where you peel off.
Sheesh.
But yeah, so in terms of the rifles, I'm so against it. And the reason why I'm against it is because the same weapon the kid used in the school to kill people was the same weapon we used in war. So I don't see why civilians need those type of weapons. Like I don't think we should take any guns away from anybody, but those type of weapons are not needed for civilians, honestly.
That's crazy.
Handguns is fine to me. Regular hunting rifles, because it's not like you're hunting with an AR rifle. I've never seen anybody hunting with it. I have one in my house, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have it modified. I have it hooked up and all that. And I personally don't even really need it. I got it because I used
You
to
like
shoot
it,
in the
yeah.
army, but I personally don't need it. People want to make it seem like it's this big deal. You're taking rights away, because these people have this this idea like, oh, if they start taking our guns away, they start taking all our rights away. And I don't think it's that. It's just you gotta be. We're a society that's growing, and times change. You have to change with the times. And at the end of the day, we have some demented children that need mental health. There's a lot of mental illnesses going on, and that people are not recognizing. Then these kids need help. And if you let them have access to weapons, and it's so easy to buy a weapon, I could sell a weapon to anybody right now, and I don't have to report it.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's crazy.
But if I buy a car, I have to report it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So how does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. And then you have this lobbyist NRA that they act like they want to protect the people, but they pick and choose their fights. When a black man has a gun on them, and a cop kills him, they don't go over there trying to protect the rights because a black man had the gun on him. They pick and choose their fights.
Exactly.
And it's sad. But,
Every time.
so I'm just waiting for the white people 50 and older to die, so this country could change.
Because
Damn,
those are the ones that
son.
vote. Those are the ones that vote Trump.
Actually, I don't.
Hey, we're not
I'm
allowed
not-
to say that name in here.
Yes,
You're
yes.
right.
I'm not mad at Trump. He's a savage. I think he's funny. I think he does things. He's an egotistic, narcissistic person, but he does things a lo fuck it because he can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't even think he thought he was gonna win, but his rhetoric of appealing to older white males that this country's changing, they're about to take this country away from you. You know, he was spitting those lines that they were feeling, that racism they grew up with. You know, a lot of white people that grew up in our age group, we didn't grow up with the racism. We grew up with black and Spanish and loving each other and shit like that.
We went to school with interracial.
Yeah, so these guys, you know, they grew up with the racism. Racism has been around forever, you know. And, you know, us Spanish people need to give props to the African Americans because they paved the way for us to be here and be able to be open and do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think we do that enough and give them credit, especially Martin Luther King.
That's right.
Amen.
So you think when like a 18, 19-year-old goes buys a gun, it should be more tough for them?
Well, I don't think it should be 21 and up, and I don't think it should be more background checks, better background checks. From what I remember right, the ATF or the FBI can't even know like the paperwork or something. I saw a documentary on it. I forgot. They can't even see the paperwork or some shit. That's how like
what?
Because of the personal information.
Yes.
Even though they have it anyway, but
yeah,
right.
supposedly. And then, you know, at the end of the day, what's the 18? I don't mind, you know. It's just there's levels to it, and I think there should be a fee that, you know, you got to see a psychic, somebody, a therapist or something that
before you get a class 3 weapon.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like when you go drive, you gotta take a test, right? So why can't you take a test to buy a weapon?
So the government,
because there's people who don't even know how to shoot a weapon correctly either. Well, that's kind of scary.
The biggest problem is because it's our right as an amendment. Like,
No,
that's why you don't need to go take a class to own a
but
gun.
they can add it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You're not taking the weapon away. You're basically just telling them at the end of the day. So why do convicts have the right not to have a weapon or vote?
well, the government is trying. Excuse me. From what I've heard, is that they are trying to implement some way for them to have a behavior analysis for everybody who's trying to, you know, buy a concealed weapon.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, these lobbyists, the NRA lobbyists, they're gonna stop all those things. We live in a society of money, and if they're giving them money, and it just honestly, those kids that marched, I was really proud of them because it took courage. And then you see all these older people writing or even younger people writing this. Oh, what are they doing? Blah blah. You know, it took balls to do what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they don't understand what it means to be shot at. I've been shot at before, and it's traumatizing. And to see your fellow students, you're not even trained for war. I was trained for war. They weren't trained for war, and they saw other kids get their shit blown off. And I read some senator say that, oh, these kids need to learn CPR. Motherfucker, CPR after you're in shock. And CPR is not going to help somebody bleeding, first of all.
Fuck out of here.
So, you know, their narrative needs to change, and it's going to change. All these young kids growing up, you know, all these older people are going to go older. And we're going to push them out. And the younger people are going to vote, bro. Mm-hmm. And then when that happens, change is going to come, you know. And it's not the liberal, it's not conservative, you know. It's not even about that. It's just about, I have a daughter. I don't want my daughter growing up knowing that she could get shot. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if my daughter was there and she got shot, I'm coming after everybody.
Okay, you say that. So what do you think about teachers? Them passing it to allow them to carry weapons.
I think that's okay.
No, that's stupid.
You why?
That's stupid.
Students still have access. They might still have access to that.
Because at the end of the day, a teacher didn't go to school, didn't go to college to become an officer. That's why we pay cops.
Exactly.
Number one.
That's very true.
Why do we need?
So then the school has to pay for more cops.
No,
Exactly.
they need more security.
They need security, better security,
Armed security,
and better law to govern our youth and our people.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, my brother, Sandy Hook. I don't know if you guys know what Sandy Hook was.
Come on,
yes,
that's
of
one
course.
the saddest fucking
Massacre.
My daughter's 3. Kids that were 3, 5, 6, 7 years old on the floor dead, and we didn't pass a law to change anything then.
It's not gonna change.
And that was real. That was real early before all these.
Yeah, and
happened.
you know, so it's like it's enough, bro. Like, come on, like it's some common sense, you know.
But that's definitely a stupid that's a stupid law to even come up with, because even teachers can snap and lose their shit in a minute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or if a teacher gets in a fight with a student,
With
the
a
student grabs a
student,
gun.
It's already
yeah,
happened.
and then
you
the-
see
At
that
the
shit
end of the day,
on Wall
It's
Street.
ridiculous.
a teacher is not supposed. Teacher's supposed to teach. They're not.
Yeah,
a
it
cop.
should be in the right hands.
And even
Right.
cops need to get trained better too. But that's
Absolutely.
another story.
Absolutely.
I love
So you
cops.
say-
Don't get me
so you
wrong.
saying
I'm
metal
nothing against cops.
detectors and TSA at schools.
Nah, it's not gonna be like
Nah.
that.
It doesn't even have to go that far.
What I
I
think
mean,
is
shit.
my
But
opinion.
the way things are looking,
It could
end
go
of-
that way.
At the end of the day, you can't stop tragedy from always happening, but you could prevent from a lot of
Prevent.
things from happening.
Or limit.
Exactly. Limit access to certain things.
Well, look at it like this
Absolutely.
also, bro. You a veteran, right?
hmm
How many vets do you see in homeless in the streets?
All the time.
Okay, those vets right there, put them in schools.
Nah, but a lot of our veterans have mental health issues.
That's true too.
So
I ain't
you
putting
just
them niggas
can't.
in
You just
schools.
can't
Post-traumatic
put
stress.
any. Yeah, you just can't put a lot of these vets that.
Or injuries.
Yeah, but there's a lot of vets that are good. You know, that are good. That they could qualify. But then that's why we have cops. That's their job. They're supposed to protect our children from things like that. That's why they should be there. Not one cop, one deputy. It should be 2 or 3, just stationed in each school, making sure everything's doing good.
So do you think that the students should have marched to the sheriff's office and the police station?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean, they went to
it's
the governors.
It's
but
They definitely
it's all
should.
right as an American. It's all right. I fought for this country
Freedom of speech.
for
Absolutely.
y'all. For y'all, even the Ku Klux Klan has a right to protest.
Right.
I don't like them, but they have a right to say what they want to say.
Right.
I don't agree with their views, but I think as an American, that's what makes our country great. What makes our country great is all these views, but what makes our country even better is when we come together.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's why it's called the United States.
I'm just spitting knowledge on here,
Nah, you
I
a
thought it was gonna
vet.
be
I
more
say.
funny,
I still
but-
vote TSA in the entrance. of schools, bro.
Yeah.
Those 3D scans.
The 3D scans, everything. Yo, why not? I want my daughter to be
Yeah,
safe.
but at the end of the day, the 3D, you could walk into school with a weapon, shoot him. What's a 3D scan gonna do? Now, if you got somebody, I see what you're saying, but
At the entrance, you gotta
I
go
got
through TSA, just like at the airport.
okay.
And there's already schools that actually have those.
Schools
There
up north,
is. That's
yeah.
what I'm trying to tell you.
You know, schools up north. I mean, like in New York, they always have metal
Yo, but
detectors
you
and
guys
shit.
hear what Arsonist said? The scans that you go through, put your hands
Put
in
your hands up.
I don't
And
give
that
a
shit
fuck.
spins.
Just like
This
the
is-
Better say this.
Going to the airport.
Shoes off.
Shoes off and everything.
Everything out your
you know,
pockets.
you know what's wrong?
Belt off.
What's wrong too is that these kids, there's a lot of bullying going on.
Yeah.
Like more than ever. I think, like I was bullied. I think everybody's been bullied one time in their life. Somebody made fun of you.
Never have.
Shit, not me.
I'm not gonna lie.
No,
You was never
Only
bullied?
white boy, and I went to a predominantly black school.
No, but I mean, I don't mean like I
Evans.
was bullied. Like I don't mean like I was
Yeehaw.
bullied. Like I was crying. I mean like somebody made fun of me and hurt my feelings one time, and I got mad. But I mean like a lot of these kids, they have social media where they take it a little too far.
Yeah.
So a lot of things, oh, you saw what that person posted or this person what they did, and a lot of things goes to like ego or I'm better than you. Or,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
and that shit is stupid. Like. A lot of these kids need to. We have to adapt with the new technology, with the bullying and stuff like that.
Social media has
And-
definitely changed the
you know what I'm
world.
saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And set up these kids for success. A lot of these kids are not set up for success, especially Hispanics and African Americans. We're not set up to be successful. We're set up to fail.
Yeah.
So, but we got to make it happen as a society because if we can make everybody win, then this country could prosper and we can make America great again. Quote
Yeah.
Trump.
I like that. We need more vets like
He
you.
just quote Trump.
We need
We
more
do not
vets
say
like
Trump on this podcast, unless
Bro,
unless
I
we
don't
say
like that name.
unless
Trump
we
is
say
just-
fuck Trump.
At the end of the day, Trump is just
Fuck
one
Trump.
person. I feel like we
He
like
has no. He has really
we,
no
we like to
control.
blame. We
He,
like
does,
to,
he
we,
does have control.
he
Can't
has
say
control
that.
to
He
a
does.
certain level.
To a certain level.
But at the end of the day, we have a Congress. We
He's
have
a
checks
guinea
and
pig.
balances. At the end of the day, our Congress needs to act on a lot of things. A lot of
Niggas are
people
like 90 years old. They're gonna die.
He
yet?
just says crazy shit and makes everybody mad. Nobody
Yeah.
likes him because of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. There's some things that he say he's not wrong about. It's just the way he says it and
There's the way he
approaches
says
it.
things, yeah.
He could be smart about how he says things. But I think that we have a Congress, and the Congress is the people that need to act, and that's what we need to vote in. Not the president. They only have a certain amount of power.
He's
you
just
know
the face.
exactly. But he does have control over certain things. But at the end of the day, too, our Congress has control, and they need to act and do things accordingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. We need to come together like the Avengers. That was
The
a hint. That was a little loophole.
Okay,
curveball.
so basically, you guys heard about the ratings,
Yes,
Sell tickets.
right?
they're
Pre-sale.
beating all numbers.
Black Panther
Pre-sold.
too.
They're even beating
Yeah.
Black Panther?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Black Panther's in the movie anyway. So it's cool.
Black Panther was alright.
That's alright.
It's a what?
What do you guys expect from this Infinity War Avengers?
It's gonna be the greatest one.
The Avengers gonna be dope. I'm gonna tell everybody.
Will this
I'm gonna
movie
fuck
break
everybody's shit up right now.
Dímelo.
Shit.
Did you already see it?
Because I haven't seen it. I am a movie bootlegger. Don't come after me, FBI.
It's
But-
the ice. It's ice that you gotta worry about.
I have a friend that works at Marvel in New York City, and he knows the storyline, and I'm gonna say it on the air because I'm just like that.
You go to
Yeah.
Hey, so
I'm just
spoiler
like
alert.
that.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Dun, dun,
Go
dun.
ahead, say it.
Well, from what I was told, it's gonna be like a timeline thing. Supposedly Thanos is gonna fuck everybody up and start killing them, and then he's gonna use the Infinity Stones to go back in time, or to go back in time and kill each Avenger. So supposedly they had to reshoot every scene, like from all the older movies, and they had to fight him off in each time. Supposedly that was the storyline.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty
dope.
dope.
That's what I was told. It was in those lines. I don't know if I got it right correctly, but
Yeah.
supposedly he goes back in time to kill each Avenger.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because
I know he kills a couple of them. That's for sure.
I know Captain America's done. He's out.
yeah,
He's
more or less.
dead.
But I'm saying, but it makes sense. He in this war, he's probably gonna kill him, and then their younger selves gonna come. Yeah, it's gonna be a timeline thing. Once he gets the time stone, then he could really go back in time and kill their younger selves so that they never exist.
That's what
That's what he's gonna eventually try to do.
That's what my friend his friend that is a comic book writer in Marvel told him. Was the story.
So Marvel or DC?
You're a Superman fan too.
DC. I feel like a lot of people hit on DC movies, but they make good movies. They just make movies that.
They're just not like Marvel.
No, it's just different. It's neutral. It's not, if you really think about it,
DC's more dark.
yeah, it's more dark, but at the same time, it's more.
Realistic.
It's
A bit
it's
more realistic.
It's safe. It's safe. they trying to go overboard. I think they're gonna start pushing the limits. Though Marvel has been pushing the limits. That's why they
Yeah.
make them better.
So you going with Marvel?
Yeah, I'll go with Marvel. Now that they have the X-Men, though, now that Disney's is going to buy Fox and all their properties and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they're about to get X-Men, then they're gonna be the best.
What about you, DZ?
They'll have them all. Oh, I'm DC all the way.
DC?
Who's your favorite DC character?
Oh man, I would have to say, damn, just one.
I can't give you
One.
four. I can't do the full.
Can't do the Mount Rushmore.
No, I can't do-
You not to cut you. Go ahead, say what I want to say something when you're done.
I would definitely have to go with Batman.
Batman, that's my dude.
Now,
right there.
you know something too why it's difficult for DC to make I think to make movies as epic like Marvel is because the superheroes they have in DC are old school.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
from the old era. So that they're more of good versus bad.
Yeah.
They're not as complex. Batman's the only character that's more complex. So that's why Batman's always been epic. But Superman, when you really think about it, it's just him versus bad guy. There's no complexity to it, That's why they try to make his last movie, Superman movie, they try to make it a little more complex when he dies.
Yeah.
But it was too complicated for some people. Batman versus Superman, I'm talking about. So, that's what I think what's going on with DC is kind of hard for them to make movies that, it's just they're little kind of boring, I guess you could say. Their story.
I don't know. I'm not a big Superwoman fan, but that movie was dope.
Yeah, they did a good job with that.
They
They
did
did a great job.
And she's fine. I'll hit.
Yeah, I hit Sachi.
Yeah.
Gee.
G shit.
Sachi all day.
Sachi. You know what Sachi means, right, Chinx?
What?
It means raw. Like my shirt. You see it says raw on my t-shirt?
You're disgusting.
Sachi.
Yo, so to go back a little bit with the music, what's your favorite genre?
That's a good question.
You grew up rap. You were a rapper before. So.
Nah.
Beep, bobo. Can I say your old school rap name?
Dilo. Say.
That's hard. I'm gonna be honest, reggae.
Reggae?
Reggae, just like Arsonist.
But I don't like dance, so I like reggae, like Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, things like that. I like that reggae. Like it calms me down. And my second favorite is rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Coldplay. I love AC/DC.
So
Wow.
so
How
speaking
about you,
of,
DZ?
Yeah.
Oh man, come on! You know where I grew up.
Reggae.
I'd have the reggae's up there. I'm definitely a hip hop fan.
Oh, that means
My older brother though, he was super into EDM music, so that's why I like it.
Oh, you know what's coming next, Boogie?
Yeah, I gotta ask him. I gotta ask you your Mount Rushmore for hip
Ah,
hop.
shit, here we go.
Hip
Oh,
hop.
no,
goes.
hip hop. No, don't get me wrong.
You're one of the biggest hip hop fans I know.
I love hip hop.
So-
Like hip hop is in my blood.
So for you, what we do on the show is we do one for athletes and music, but for the music one for y'all, we're gonna do one with athletes, but for music, you have to pick your 4
All time.
all-time.
Oh, that's easy.
Dead or alive.
Dead
Dead
or
or alive,
alive.
any genre.
Any genre.
Only four. Only
Only
four though.
four.
It's a Mount Rushmore. four.
any year.
I got
could
it.
be now.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Mount Rushmore.
Jay-Z,
Okay.
Hey.
B.I.G.,
Okay.
Eminem.
Okay.
Damn, what's the next one?
Every genre, not just hip hop.
I got
right?
it,
Or
I
we
got
doing
it.
hip hop?
No, it's just any
I said all
genre.
time. I
Okay,
said
any
all time.
genre?
You said any genre?
Yeah.
All time. It's all time.
Oh,
All
that's why you
time.
meant hip hop.
Not all time.
Well, you know what? I'll give you one hip hop, then you can do one of all.
All right.
That
Okay.
works, that
So
works.
Jay-Z, Biggie,
Eminem.
and I would say Nas.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, DZ?
DZ hip hop.
For hip hop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely Jay-Z, Nas. I'm gonna go with Mos Def.
Yes.
Nice.
And, wow, there's a lot. Definitely have to go with Eminem. Oh, white boy, come on.
Yeah. so let's your
Represent.
all time.
All-time
Every
artists.
genre.
Any genre. Dead or
Bob
alive.
Marley. Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson,
Yes.
and Juan Luis Guerra
Yeah.
Yeah, legend.
Wow.
in Spanish.
We seen him live too,
Okay.
so I know. I felt it.
If you guys don't know who that is, I would say Hector Lavoe, but he didn't really. He had an impact, but he didn't make as well. He made a lot of music, but I feel like Juan Luis Guerra made a big impact from when I was growing up. So
Well, to the Dominicans.
yeah, for the Dominicans, 'cause I'm Dominican.
What about you, DZ?
All time, you gotta have Michael Jackson in there.
Tough.
I can name 4 is what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four all
Total
time.
four.
Four of all
time.
time. Dead or alive.
Any genre.
I'm gonna go Michael Jackson, Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay.
Ooh.
Man,
No John Lennon? Tell me stop.
John Lennon was dope.
I know.
I'm gonna lie. Can we? Is this group or just
Yeah, you can-
individual
you can
person?
Do
Group
group
it,
of all time.
Hey, it's your all time. It has to be four.
I'll definitely have to say the Beatles
Yes.
and then Jimi Hendrix.
That was
Ooh,
5.
nice.
That was actually 5, but we'll let that slide.
There's Jimmy right there.
Yeah.
Legend.
So what about your athletes? 'Cause I know you're a big sports fan.
All time.
All
So even
time.
from when you were growing up, now you can. I mean, I know Tom
Michael
Brady's
Jordan, of course.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. In baseball.
I was waiting for Let's just say Tom Brady, all 4 faces.
I was a big Alex Rodriguez fan, but
No Jose,
The
no
juice?
Jose, no Jose Canseco?
Boo.
No Babe Ruth?
Nah, not Babe Ruth.
Mickey Mantle?
I'm gonna put Alex Rodriguez there.
Boo.
He's one of the greatest baseball players ever.
Boo.
Even though the drugs or whatever, but he was great.
Nah, he never played for the Dominican team in the World Baseball Classic. That's why I don't like him.
He got injured; he couldn't play.
No, he didn't want to play.
No, he did play. He was part of the team.
Sure.
And then I would say
Think of a classic pitcher, too. There's a lot of classic pitchers.
LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron.
LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and Alex Rodriguez.
What about you,
Lambone.
Derek?
I'm gonna put number 1, my step grandfather. I've only seen him play through older videos that we have, but Lou Burdett definitely in there. Beat the Yankees in the 1957 World Series. Was MVP. Hit the home run. winning
Nice.
home run. I gotta have Tom Brady in there for football, most definitely. Michael Jordan for basketball all day. And side by side in basketball, I gotta say Larry Bird.
Oh.
That's
I thought he was going to say some shit like Wayne Gretzky.
Speaking of basketball,
I'm not really a hockey fan.
Speaking of basketball, why do you guys think they're always comparing LeBron and Jordan?
They shouldn't.
Yeah, they never should.
You
They never should.
you
They're
can't.
both great
They-
athletes, but 2 different eras.
I think LeBron will pass Michael Jordan in terms of like points and scoring.
absolutely. He's gonna be the
I-
number 1 scorer.
Yeah, but I think And LeBron has done more social work than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's never done that type of work. But Michael Jordan took basketball to another level. He transcended the sport.
Yeah, he made it to the big stage.
Yeah, that's what always make him great. And they always say, that he was a killer, he shoots the ball, whatever. That's true. But I think LeBron, overall athlete, is one of the most amazing.
One of the greatest players.
Yeah, one of the greatest. Like, he was a great passer, great scorer, great shooter. He sucks at free throws, though.
Just like Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to play the game of football.
Yeah,
there's no doubt in that.
Yeah.
Anybody who doubts that's just a sad person.
Yeah. And Tom Brady's not. and Tom Brady. Oh, another thing that makes LeBron great is he's a very intellectual individual.
Yes.
And he came out
Very
of high
smart.
school
Yeah, and he came out of high school, so that's what makes him great.
with no father.
And that's what makes Tom Brady great too, because he's very intellectual. He even says he has 2 seconds to throw that ball, and he expects those players to be there. But everything is a team sport too.
Exactly.
So teams have made him great. So.
Exactly. Like, I want to talk also about the kids coming straight out of high school to the sports. Like, do you think they should bring that back, that rule? Like for basketball?
In a way, because it matures players. But I think at the end of the day, you should have the right. It's fucked up that the NCAA, whatever, they make all this money off of you and you don't get nothing out of it.
So you think college kids should get paid?
In a way, they should get something because...
At least their parents compensating something.
They're making billions of dollars off these kids. And, they're getting a free ride. Yeah, they're getting a free ride, but they're also making billions of dollars. And these boosters that give all this money, it's a scheme. That coach from Arizona just got bagged. He's giving like $100,000 to a player for them to sign.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, these college alumni, they want their team to win, and they'll give money to these players. They give money. People know what it is.
Yeah.
They're already getting money. Might as well give them something, But then again, it's like they become a personal player, I honestly don't know how you would fix it, but it's like I think players should have a choice. Like if they want to play and they want to go, who are you to determine,
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's a private league. They own it, so they can make those rules.
So if you have a boy and your son's one of the greatest basketball players ever, and they offer you $100,000 for your son to go here, you taking it?
Hell yeah, I'm taking that shit.
Quick.
Nah, it got to be a school that I feel like he will fit in and do good, though. It's not going to be just, Mississippi State or some shit.
Yeah.
Little bubble fuck.
Like Duke or something.
The South,
Duke all
South
day, though.
states suck,
that's
bro.
right.
The states in the South suck, like to chill.
Yeah.
When I was in the Army, I went all over. Kentucky, that shit sucks. Tennessee sucks.
Are you talking
North
about basketball now?
No, I'm
No,
talking
he's
about,
talking about
living there.
Living,
Oh, okay,
that-
I got
the
Oh my
states he
God.
been to.
Florida's
Boring?
the shit. Florida's the shit.
Compared to New York?
Yes.
Yeah.
People come here people here come to vacation. For Orlando's one of the greatest cities I feel like in the whole country.
I do
Because we're in the
too.
middle of everything.
It's the #1 tourist city in the world.
Exactly.
That's
We,
true.
we are the Vegas of kids. If they was to
Yeah.
put a casino in Orlando, we'll take out Las
Lit.
Vegas.
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
Probably
Chinx would be
would.
there all day.
You're right. You would.
Giving
Uh,
massages.
Orlando's the best city. and what makes Orlando the best is because
Happy ending.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. Where this
Shit.
conversation went from.
Hey, she took it there.
I'm with it.
whoa. Anyways, what makes
I was trying to beat the punch.
He's married. He's married man. Married man.
what makes Orlando great is that we're in the middle of everything. So
Yeah.
if we want to go to the beach, it's right there. We want to go to the casino in Tampa, we're right there. We want to go to Miami, it's only 2 or 3 hours, And you got Boca, all those rich cities over there down south.
And it's cheap. Well, the cost of living here is, well,
Some places.
not no more.
It's
Before.
actually going up in
It's-
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
going up
Actually,
now.
yeah, the cost of is crazy.
God
So
bless Section
an
8.
apartment here, you might as well just get a house. What
Yeah,
you pay for
that's
an
for
apartment, you might as well buy a house.
sure. Hell
God
yeah.
bless
It's
Section
cheaper
8.
I read an article, it's cheaper to buy a house in Florida than to rent an apartment.
It is, but the sad thing is there's so much inflammation in that the houses aren't even worth what you
Worth
gotta
it.
pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you want to own what you pay for too, It's like if you got an apartment, you're
But-
leasing it.
The sad thing is you really don't even own it. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, well,
Just 'cause
yeah.
you
If
have
you
a
don't
title
pay,
doesn't mean
yeah,
you have
if you
it,
don't
'cause-
pay the house, you gotta pay that in whatever 30 years mortgage.
Yep.
Technically, you don't own that shit because technically they kick your ass out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So-
you got taxes. They'll take your house just for not paying the taxes.
But once you pay those 30 years, though, then you own everything. So
we have a topic today. One of the topics we have, well, the only topic we have. Well, how you a father, Derek?
Yeah,
Easy.
definitely.
Let's you a father of a daughter. Arsonist, you have a daughter. How would you feel if your daughter, 19 years old, dating a 27-year-old? Do you accept it?
Go, Derek will go first. I go second. He has older daughters than me, so.
Your daughter's 19 years old dating a 27-year-old.
You know what I see? It's not about the age. It
Okay.
really isn't. It's about respect between the two. So if I saw that they both respected each other to the point, the age really doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Like kind of like what he just said. I think you kind of, I guess Emma's only 3 now. I kind of hope that by the time she's 18, 19, she's responsible, she's respectful, she knows right from wrong already, and I raise her to be a great woman. So I believe whatever decision she makes after 18 is up to her. I can't really control her, as long as, like how he said, the guy respects her and shows her the love, and that's all I ask for,
Yeah.
Now, if he puts her hands on her, I'm killing her.
That's it.
Straight up.
What about you, Arsonist?
I mean, I kind of agree with them because once you hit 18, like everything we've taught them, and it basically we have to guide them to make the right decisions. So once by the age 18, 19, they should already know what's right from wrong, respect and all that. So
And that's why I went to when I had Emma, I went to a daddy boot camp thing where they were kind of teaching you about like father rules, how to treat your kid, and a lot of things is psychological. If you see on Instagram nowadays, you see all these girls looking for attention, showing their ass on Instagram, all that shit. That's just they looking for attention. There's a lot of girls that take pictures, they look nice, that's cool. But there's girls that go overboard.
Yeah.
Even strippers, what do you guys always say? Daddy issues, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these girls that are on social media looking for attention, looking for a guy to give them attention. A lot of these girls don't even want sex. They just want somebody to say hi to them and talk to them, So what happens is that in our society, the fathers that are not there and giving them that love, showing them what a man is, when my daughter's older, I'm going to take her out on dates. I'm going to open the door for her. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say you're welcome. So she's raised with like, okay, this is what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
And instead of always telling your daughter that she's beautiful, you tell her that she's intelligent. Why? So when she looks for a man, she doesn't give a fuck that the man says, oh, you look good. No, she gives a fuck if the man thinks she's smart. So you want to look for a man that's smart as you. So that way when she grows up, she understands that I don't need a man to tell me that I'm beautiful. I need a man to tell me that I'm smart and I'm ambitious. So that's what's wrong with our society now with the girls coming up, especially in the Spanish community. They be showing their ass, twerking, doing whatever. And it's not all of them. Don't get me wrong.
Not all of
There's
them.
there's a lot of good girls, but
Yeah, Chinx don't do that. So
I'm a good girl. Right?
Yeah, I know.
For the most part.
Sometimes.
but definitely there's girls, bro, that you be like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, you be like,
Damn.
and guys who get the attention, they just want to hit, bro. We're animals, bro.
now girls
Boogie.
that crave
We just-
attention, yeah.
We just want to hit,
You're
and we're going to
animal.
hit, and we're going to hit,
Yeah.
and we're going to hit.
And it's like you said,
Raw. You don't hit raw.
a girl's first love.
Raw, right?
Was that Sachi?
I don't believe in condoms.
Sachi.
You been hitting in the ass, right?
Nah, I don't do the booty hole, but I go
Yo, that
ahead.
shit is good, too, when they take a shit off.
What are you talking about? You say you eat butt.
No, I eat butt.
Wait.
Whoa.
Yo, Leche, what did you just say?
Yeah.
You just said when they take a what?
When they take a shit, you hit.
When you hit them in the asshole and they take a shit in your dick.
Whoa.
You never had that happen?
That's called what was that called again?
No, I don't even fucking that.
Oh, all right.
That's not a blumpkin.
My jaw just
What happened
dropped.
when you woke up with Chris Brown?
What? The fuck is you talking about, man?
Hey, bro.
You don't remember on the way here?
I don't remember shit.
But, as a society, girls just, I think it's hard, too, to be a father now, too, with social media,
Social media takes
destroyed
over
everything.
Yo, bro.
They do.
Yo,
They
bro,
really- They
when-
control the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Especially when like a fight breaks out. When a fight breaks out, the person doesn't think about stopping it. The first thing they do is take out their phones
Record it.
and start
Whoa,
recording.
stop.
Yeah, and like that's what's wrong with society.
Like kids like that little enjoyment, I can see why. Everybody likes a little fight here and there.
It's an ego
Yeah,
booster.
but,
At
but-
the end of the day, though, that comes back to bullying and,
and
was this
also
person-
No, but that's the
ego comes in play too, is because they didn't have a parent figure there to raise them and show them that they don't need to be egotistic. They don't need that attention. A lot of girls that act out, or even guys, boys that act out, that want to be gangster, that want to sell drugs and all this shit, because they didn't have that father figure or that mother figure there. That's why it's important that when you have a kid or you become a parent, or if you are a parent, that you show them the right from wrong and your mistakes of what you've done.
The craziest thing about that is when you call someone out on their bullshit, like, oh, you attention this, and you likes that. Oh, don't take Instagram that serious. I'm just doing it for the fun. Like,
and you
want attention, bitch.
No,
You are.
and I try to tell my DJs too, like, don't worry about what other people are doing. Like, don't worry about.
You preach that. You preach that a lot.
I preach that a lot because you gotta worry about yourself. Don't worry about what other people are doing. I feel like, and it's not my DJs that do that, but I just say that to them so they know. But like everybody in general, I feel like a lot of people go on social media and they see these people that got real money that, and they be like, yo, I could live like that. Like they think they could live like that.
You gotta live by
or
your
even
means.
DJs, I see all these super DJs that are DJing all over the world. Like they're on that level. They're on that tier. And they like, and I'm not saying you can't be on that tier, but don't try to act like they try to live that, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I know where this is going, but I'm gonna stay quiet.
No, I'm just being honest.
You talking about your show, nigga?
No, I'm just saying this. I know certain people that do that. They try to live above their means and like, yeah, I'm living like them, but I'm really not.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot of girls that are faking it, you know? They act like they want to get all these shoes and all this shit. And for what? You buy all these red bottles and for what? You spend $2,000, but do you have life insurance? Do you have health insurance? Do you have a 401k?
Damn, you know, what's crazy is that earlier today I was just thinking, I'm like, I see all these bitches buying, and I'm not a hater when it comes to that. Like, yo,
if you got it,
if you got it, you got it. But like, what are you doing beside that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing on your free time? What is it that fulfills you? What is it that, like, I just don't see, like, all they do is post pictures in a new fit, and it's like, damn, it's cute, okay, but what else are you doing?
Yeah, and then, you know, everybody wants to go on social media and act like I'm making moves. Oh, look, I'm here doing this.
I'm doing this.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do it. Like who cares, bro? Like,
well, it's. I think it's okay to share with people what you're doing, but you don't have to go overboard.
Yeah, and people. The problem is social media has made people go overboard.
Cause
you know, like you know, if I'm in the,
they do it for the likes.
Like if I built my studio, right, long time ago. When I put a picture up, yo, I just built my studio. Of course, I want to let my fans and my family and people know. Thank you, I appreciate it. But when you post shit all the time, oh, I'm this, I'm that. It's like you want somebody to tell you that you're good.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a lack of that person not having somebody there to tell them that they're good growing up.
It's
So
insecurity.
exactly.
They seek,
they seek validation.
Validation. There you go.
And women and men
I
nowadays.
didn't know Arsonist knew that word.
men nowadays.
That's the guy who dropped out of college.
Men nowadays are bitches too. So imagine that.
I got my associate's degree, homeboy.
Let me see it.
It's at home. I'll show you.
Oh, I have a bachelor's degree, by the way. Also,
You went to Full Sail.
I went to Full Sail University, paid off my student loans.
You paid off your student loans?
I did.
You don't owe Sally Mae no
So
more?
Fuck Sally Mae.
So what's next for LMP, and what do you want for LMP now?
Besides the record pool thing.
To be honest, what I've always wanted is just to have a great group of DJs doing what they do, what they love best, providing good music on the website. You know, I thought about getting artists and all that, but that shit is too much work and too much money.
Too much money. Yeah.
And you know, and it's a lot of competition, a lot of hate, and a lot of guys, you know, they have this mentality to make that $1 now instead of thinking about make the $20 in the future. I think that way, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I always preach that to people. Think about trying to make that $20. Don't worry about making that $1 now. And a lot of guys do that. But for LMP, you know, that's one thing, you know, our studio. And just keep doing what we're doing, honestly. Be consistent. And just keep our name going, you know. Like I said, I don't care about the fame. I don't care if people know who I am. That shit don't fucking bother. I don't really give a fuck about that shit. What I care about is being able to do something great, feed my family, be a great father, and just help people that are around me. I've always tried to help all my DJs, anybody that's in my circle. I try to help them to be a better person. I try to give them that advice, you know.
And you do that, man. We always appreciate you.
I've always tried to look out for everybody. I've never tried to fuck anybody over. I believe in karma, so.
Because of you, I gained 130 pounds. Next, anyway, DZ.
Just 130 pounds?
Fuck you, Boogie.
So, DZ, now that you passed this class, what is your
future
goal?
Dispensaries. We're going to open some dispensaries.
Oh, man,
Coffee
I would
shop?
love to.
I'm the VIP of his
Yo,
company, by the way, also.
I'm the treasurer. I'm the treasurer.
I'm the security.
I'm hiring everybody.
I'm the clerk.
I got you.
Ooh, you finna get high at the door?
I'll be like, what you
No,
want?
actually, there's
Hurry up
so
and buy it.
many. There's so much money in this industry that
You stupid.
it's just the broader look of it that, yeah, you could own a dispensary, you could grow a certain strain, you can make money off that. There's a lot of flooding going on though right now because of the recreational that's going out and the medical marijuana that's being passed. That everybody wants to jump in that field, but if you actually look at the hemp field, it's really huge, and daily millions of dollars of hemp is coming out of Europe, coming out of Mexico, coming out of Canada, Asia, and they're selling it to us here in the United States, but they're not allowing us to grow it and make it ourselves here.
Yeah.
So
Which is not making America great at all.
it isn't. And then, you know, they're trying to push for hemp to be able to farmers to grow it because it just makes more sense.
Exactly.
But it's crazy. Where I see myself is I got a lot more learning to go through.
Okay.
I want to learn a lot more about it. I don't want to just because I got a couple classes in and jump into the field and not really know what I'm doing. I do have a plan and a goal, but you educate yourself.
Yeah,
That's my goal.
Education is important. I know for some people education is not for you, but if you go to school, get a training for something and what you believe in and what you want to do, get it because it's important. You know, I went to school to be a programmer and web designer, and that's what I accomplished. So I always recommend anybody who wants to do something like Derek right now. He wants to learn how to do hemp and do all that stuff. He's going to school for that. And
Yeah,
he's
don't
getting
get me
training.
wrong. I mean, you guys know me. I love weed.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I live with you, so I know what it is.
We know.
But yeah, education is important, you know. And I think you do need that little paper or that training to take you to the next level, you know. Believe it or not, people don't. Oh, you don't need that. Yeah, there's some people that have made it without it, yes, but there's a lot of people that haven't. That are
Exactly.
working regular jobs that have no 401k, life insurance, that have nothing to show for.
I would say my advice is that you really have to go after what you love.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people that are in school and they get this degree and then they come out of it and don't do anything in the field that they learned.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
because
that.
they haven't loved it.
I've seen
You know,
that.
and I think
I've
you
seen
just
that.
gotta go after what you love.
I've seen strippers
Yeah,
with
it's-
degrees.
That's
crazy.
Chinks.
Damn.
That's not how I get my
Commercial
pay.
break. Commercial break. Commercial
I
break.
write my shit off on my taxes. Thank you.
Commercial break. Commercial break. Are you depressed? Are you having a bad day?
Yo, before we leave,
Are you having a baby shower?
Can't get it up.
Can't get it up. Call Wolfpack Lou for
I
all
got-
your liquor
I
needs.
got a
He'll
pill
get
for
the
that.
party started right at
Exactly.
Wolfpack Lou.
Shout out to Wolfpack Lou on that.
Shout out
Hennessy.
to
Hey,
Lou.
Hold on, let me plug in my web design company, 82agency.com.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, you ain't a sponsor.
Hold on, yo,
Tell us about
Hey,
that.
how do you know we might be?
huh?
Yeah, explain to us what 82 agency is.
Oh, so I started. I actually always had the name 82 because 82 is 82nd Airborne Division in the Army. which I
Also,
was
the
part
year that
of.
you were born.
And it's all the year I was born. So 82 Agency basically is a web design branding company that I started. And we basically do embroidery, snap hats, logos, websites, apps, and all that stuff. So my dream now, my ambitious dream is to create my own studio and office and have people working for it. And that's my next step. Besides LMP, because a millionaire once told me, you can never make money just one way. You have to make money multiple ways to succeed in
Exactly.
life. So if one avenue of money doesn't come in, you have other avenue of money coming in.
Well, you heard that, people. We got a new sponsor, 82 Agency, for the podcast.
Yeah.
Junkie.
Hey, bro, I got some snapbacks. You already know.
I like that.
Podcast Junkie Snapback.
Yo,
Yes.
before we go, I want to hear that number again. How many views LMP gets a month?
We get 1 million. Honestly, we get like 1 million per week, and we get about I don't know, like 5-10 million a month.
Shit.
Page views.
Bowman.
And like in an hour, we probably do 3,000 to 10,000, something like that, or more.
Wow.
The weekends is the most popular to be on the page. Yeah, that's about it. And our mixes is we're famous. Like, I've gone to different countries and states all over the world. I traveled all over the world promoting LMP. And people, I don't know, some people recognize me because as they see me. but they know the name. I've gone to parties, I've gone to restaurants where they're playing LMP mixes, and one thing that I can always say is that when it comes to the Spanish community, LMP has made their mark. We're known.
Exactly.
All the
Most
labels
definitely.
know
You
who we are. The artists know who we are. And I've made my mark in history, you can say,
Exactly.
with my partner.
I've shout out to Tiger, even though I hate him. That's my dog though. But
Tiger uppercut.
I've gone to the Latin billboards in Miami with Leche and the team, and one thing I can say is LMP does get the love. Like we'll get stopped in the middle of the street from producers, engineers, artists, labels. Like, oh yeah, LMP. Oh yeah, we want to meet y'all. Come on, like.
Yeah, and and I believe in all artists. Like, I always try to show love to all the artists, because I think that you gotta be humble, man. You got
Exactly.
and anything in life, you gotta be humble. You can't be this negative person. You gotta take everybody in, meet them, see how they are. You don't gotta be everybody's best friend or anything like that, but just take people how they are and help each other out. If people helped each other out more in life, things will be better.
You just never know the opportunity that's going to
Exactly.
come knocking on their door that could help you.
I've had people come up to me 10 years ago, and now they doing things, and they hit me up like, yo, can you help me? And I got some funding for you, and then we do business.
Mm-hmm.
And they just remember me being humble, or me being this person that helped them out in the beginning,
Never burn your bridges.
Yeah, never. Because you never know who you're going to meet, no matter where they're from, what color they are, and what language they speak, And you always got to do your best, whatever you do.
Right.
Exactly. So plug your before we go, plug your Instagram,
where
Facebook,
people hit you up.
your Mi Gente, your back page, your MySpace.
Back page.
Backpage.com/themilkman. You already know. Yo, I used to do back in the day the Milkman show on LMP Radio.
How was your intro? How it go? How it go?
We used to do the Eddie Murphy song. I don't know if you got that. Can you do the Eddie Murphy?
I think we
Which
do.
one? My girl likes to party all the time?
Yeah. Dude, we used to,
Yeah,
we-
You gotta play
Cue
that
it
one
up.
time, Boogie.
Nah,
Play
nah,
that
you
one
can't
time.
cue it up.
Now you brung it up. You gotta do it now.
well,
You can't
I used to
cue
do
it
my
up.
own show. I used to be funny, so I used to do the show where
You used to be funny?
I used to call. We used to call people. We used to have people call in, and this girl used to call in all the time, moaning and shit. And so we had her. We used to use her to call guys, different guys. Like, we'll get DJs and people we know. They'll give us a number, and we'll have them call that person's phone, and they'll just start talking to the guy, mad sexual. And one guy actually started jerking off.
What the
bro.
fuck?
That nigga was getting mad horny with the girl on the line.
You sure it wasn't Arsonist?
Nah,
That 1-8. They had to switch their number to a 1-800 number.
So that was the Milkman show, Opie used to help me too. Shout out to Opie. Miss that dude. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Party all the time.
And this isn't 80s retro porn music right here.
What? I can see myself beat my meat to this song.
How would you beat it? Left to the right.
Right hand.
He's beating
Right
Pepe.
hand.
On
Pepe.
beat or off?
On beat. If you can see me on camera, you can see the stroke. You see that, Chinx? Check me out. Hey, with the shoulders moving.
You remember
Hey.
Tybo?
Hey.
Why are you looking at me in the eye?
Because if I look at Arsonist,
Super uncomfortable right now.
it makes me look uncomfortable.
The way you're shooting
Alright.
that, I don't want to get hit. So.
You heard him? The way you shoot it, I don't want to
I
get
don't wanna-
hit.
So when the music would stop, I'll be like, you already know what it is. The Milkman show. Swallow back, swallow back, swallow back. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jehovah. Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Swallow back. There you go. That was the Milkman show.
Hey, that's the new intro now for the podcast junkies.
Podcast Junkies.
Nah, but today was a great show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for inviting me.
A lot of people
Always
didn't-
welcome.
A lot of people always ask what LMP is, and we always explain. But now it's better coming from you because you started it.
Yeah, and
Originator.
there's a lot more to it, but definitely, basically we do music, we do entertainment, we do marketing and promotion, and we help artists and we help DJs. Basically, that's what we are, and we're an association of DJs.
That's dope. That's dope. DZ, plug your Instagrams. Where can they follow you?
You follow me at Mad Flavor D, and that's the only connection that I have.
That's it.
Damn.
And then let your Instagram.
I am LMP.
I am LMP and 82 Agency.
And that's a wrap. I go by the name of Juice.
I'm DJ Arsonist.
I'm Chinx.
And Boogie's back.
Yeah, Boogie's
Hey.
back.
And we are the
Finally.
podcast junkies.
Peace out,
You.
Peace and love. God bless.
niggles.
Bajo nalga.